Hi everyone, I'm Any New Province, and I just finished up the league with Oriztocrats. It feels awesome to peck off a ton of 1/1s with a plagued Rizalka. You can kill your opponent with a harsh sustenance in whatever match you want by clicking on the timestamp in the description down below while you're down there. If you wouldn't mind liking the video and subscribing to the channel, I'd really appreciate it. It lets me know you've enjoyed everything, and it really encourages me to keep making great Pauper content. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the league. So game one, we're on the play. Now, isn't this awkward? Plague Ruscula with 1 white source, 2 cards will probably not be able to cast. Sends Enlistment. I think we have to mulligan this. This hand's really bad. This hand's a lot worse than our 7. Wow. This is off to a great start, huh, gang? So let's hope we don't mulligan into oblivion. We even only have 1/1 so we can't even keep this. Oh, guys. Oh. All right. Oh, God. Yep. Okay, so it's gonna be like that. That's all right. I think we'll play out Ash Barrens. Pass the turn. This is a lot worse if we draw planes, but we do have 2 drops in our deck. It's seriously, the Ash Baron's punishment is real. Oh, the Plagued Ruscula opener would have been fine too. I really should have kept that. Yeah, this is more mulligan punishment than anything. Oh. Okay. Oof Barons indeed, guys. My God. Yeah, so that opener was probably good enough. Priest, yep. We are getting beat down. We have to draw a swamp. Exactly swampier. Okay. Okay. All right. Things are looking up. Things are looking up. Not too far up, but they are looking up. So let's see what our opponent's going to do. We're going to hold on to this snuff out for something that really matters. Priest of Titania is a little brutal this early on, but Timberwatch Elf and... yeah, sure. Timberwatch Elf and Lizzalana Huntmaster just go way too far in ending the game. Oh, do they have, like, Lead the Stampede here? If it is Lead the Stampede, we might not have been able to win anyway. So we'll let that go. It's crazy that it's Elves. Like, our opener would have been so good against Elves. I'd rather kill a Lizzalana than this. Yeah. So we'll kill Lizzalana. We can harsh sustenance. Maybe not though. We can harsh sustenance this sooner than we can kill a Lizzalana. So wow, that's a lot of good cards too. 1 Snuff Out isn't going to do it. We'll have to harsh sustenance this in a couple of turns. The Lizzalana is going to go crazy, though. They can only make 1 more elf. I'm going to kill Lizzalana here. We are snuffing out Lizzalanas while our opponent is already getting value off of them and mulliganing Ash Baron's hands. No, we are trying to Oriztocrats. We are trying to play white-black Aristocrats. And awkward mana base, man. Awkward mana bases will get ya. Our opponent chooses not to attack. You got it. Yeah, it was pretty rough, man. Pretty rough. Probably going to go with the good old Harsh Sustenance X1 here. To kill this, I guess. Oh, this is all just horrifically bad. Part of me just kind of wants to scoop. But we're going to pass. What's up, Waltzmark? How you doing? Good old Elfie Pokey. We might want to hold on to the Harsh Sustenance. So next turn I'll plan on blocking this and killing this. Maybe they won't cast an elf. That's high hopes, but... I guess if we kill this, they have less of a chance? Yeah, you should have seen our opener, like our 7-card hand. Like it would have only been good if Plagued Ruscula was good. And our opponent's on Elves, so... Trying to decide. Yeah, I'm just gonna pass. I'm gonna try to block and sack. Things are certainly harsh. So our opponent can't instant speed out any elves. They've gone to combat directly here. See if they attack. Yep. Attacks, attacks. You got it. I think Ruskell is like too good in this matchup, though. Yeah, okay. And I think we're going to go ahead and kill Elvish Vanguard here so they can't get any instant speed value. We'll take 5. Are you guys in the online or the Facebook league? That was arguably the worst harsh sustenance I've ever resolved. All right, what have you got? So a little bit of punishment. We got to kill that Well-Wisher if we're ever going to win this game. Our opponent's hellbent, so we're not all the way dead yet. Carrion Feeder not being able to block here is kind of max punishment. So we'll play Carrion Feeder. And probably, how much do they have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage on board. So if they draw an elf, they don't win. If we kill Well-Wisher now, we give ourselves a chance. But I'm basically saying there's a chance, albeit not a great one. That's awesome, man. Good luck, you guys. With a Cop Blue. What deck are you on? I'm not dead yet. They're going to gracefully choose to just attack us for 5. I appreciate that, opponent. And I'm still glad I did that as opposed to let the Lizalana live, because one thing answers this. One removal spell. 1 card in our opponent's hand. We draw Doom Traveler. That's a start. So we'll play Doom Traveler. Play Carrion Feeder. And pass the turn. No attacks. Gotta do what we can here, gang. Oh, Tron had the Cop Blue out. That's pretty scary. All right, that's going to grow Elvish Vanguard. We do need to find an answer to this. Like in pretty short order. Opponent going to go to combat. Yep. It doesn't have trample. Block this bad boy all day. So go to blocks. Block like this. I'm going to kill the Quirion Ranger here because Quirion Ranger makes Well-Wishers and makes Well-Wishers and Timberwatch Elves a lot scarier. What did I do? I did target it. Okay, good. We've got to get this off the table. And they pretty much can't find another decent threat. Okay, all right. It's a start. So we'll play Martyr of Dusk. How much blocking can we do here? 4? So we could like block with 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Okay. I'm wondering if I should just kill 2 elves outright here. It's pretty nuts, man. It's pretty nuts. It's a little tough. So I'm not going to be blocking with this next turn. So I'm going to get in for 1. And we will pass the turn. That might have been a mistake. I think that means Nettle Sentinel gets in. And we're still living. Opponent goes to combat. Yep. Yep. So we'll go through to blocks. And let's cut them off blue mana now. And then I think it's time to start using our tokens for our Carrion Feeder. All right, we got to just keep hitting creatures here. I think they're just a little bit too slow, Waltz Mark. Like we're not always on the plan of like sacking all of our creatures because we have harsh sustenance. And to get them a lot bigger, like if you look, like Carrion Feeder isn't even a sizable threat right now. Night's Whisper. That's risky, but we gotta do it. Another Martyr's not too bad. It means we can't block and sack, but it can just block, so that's a thing. So we'll play Martyr. Attack with our Spirit. We're going to block with Vampire here. And sack to Carrion Feeder. They're going to get to untap with this Quirion Ranger, but I'm not super worried about it. Or this Nettle Sentinel, excuse me. What's up, Bruno Heiji? But that's why, Waltzmark, because I feel like they wouldn't be super big, and I just wanted more kind of like 2-for-1 creatures, you know? Opponent's going to get in. Okay, so we'll block with our Lifelinker. Sack to Carrion Feeder. And take nothing. All right, sweet. That was a good draw. So let's play Hunted Witness. Go to combat. We'll attack with our Spirit and our Carrion Feeder. Our Carrion Feeder can be huge here. Like, absolutely huge. And, like, what is our opponent holding on to? Just stuff that'll die to Plague Drusilla? So let's see what they want to do. No Rally the Peasants, just because there's no white mana. I kind of chose this as my thing to do that. All right, so they're going to untap Elvish Vanguard. You got it. So 1-2 puts it to 4, 3-4 puts it to 6, 7. All right, so let's sack Hunted Witness. Get a token. Sack Martyr Dusk. Get a token. Sack the token. I guess this does give them kind of their opportunity to do anything. But yeah, and I guess they get a board and we don't, unfortunately. And a pump spell is kind of a massive blowout here. But we'll have an 8/8 Carrion Feeder. I think we got to leave Ruskull on. No, maybe we do sack Ruskull here, because then what are they doing? They have 3 cards in hand and they haven't cast anything for like 100 years. What's up, Maverick Girl? So unless they can answer an 8/8 Carrion Feeder, I guess it doesn't have Trample, so it's like not that relevant. And now we've got their threat off the board. So now we just need a couple more bodies. And we might be okay. Yeah. Me too, me too. We're grinding here. Our opponent has a lot of cards in hand. Oh, God. That's real bad news for us. They have the Quirion Ranger Priest of Titania stuff going on now. Yeah, so probably not the best move. Maybe I should have used those tokens to like try to wrath their board. But we had to get that guy off the table or we were going to lose. I really didn't see Lead the Stampede coming. It kind of didn't matter for a while, though. Yep. So now our opponent's going to cast a jillion spells. It removes every creature we draw. Removes 2 elves. Battle Screech removes 4 sometimes. All right, so if we would have sacked 4, if we would have left like a couple of blockers, they would have just leaded the Stampede the next turn and started casting a jillion elves anyway. I don't know. Maybe that wasn't the tightest play. Maybe we should have used the tokens to kill stuff. All right, Sacred Cat. So play Sacred Cat. I'll start taking out their mana. Or maybe we have to wait and take out Lizalana. Probably not. So let's take out their mana production. Although I think we're kind of in our death throes here now. All these Elvie boys. Was that Pauper or bust? Oh yeah. We probably weren't blocking. Alright, so we take their mana away. At least that gives us an opportunity to, like, I don't know, do anything. But I think we're dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage. 10 damage. So even if we block Lizana, we're dead. Yeah, we're actually just dead here. Scoopsies. Okay, so for these guys, we want some gut shots. We want standard bearers, and we can bring in our last harsh sustenance. I like Snuff Out because I can play it in the early game. Bloodthorn Vampire, it's not the game for you. Ruskullas are obviously really good. I actually don't think we want all the standard bearers. Maybe even all the gut shot. Probably actually don't want that many harsh sustenances. I think they're actually a little bit too slow. Let's get rid of Ascend's Enlistment. Probably take out... I might even go down all the harsh sustenances. Playing with your life total is a little sketchy against Lead the Stampede. I'll take out Journey, because they might have like Gleeful Sabotage. And maybe one Night's Whisper, and we'll hope we get lucky. It's really all about the Ruskulla game here. So that's 7. That opener would have been tight. Granted, we might have just drawn nothing. All right. So we have ways to do stuff against them. This Snuff Out's not online, but this Night's Whisper will help us get there. Martyr of Dusk will start things off just fine. So we'll play Scour Barons and pass the turn. The debating about whether we should gut shot something begins now. Cower in Fear. What's that one? All right, so I'm not going to gut shot this. They still have X1 elves that matter more. Martyr, okay. I'd rather be attacking with lifelink tokens this early on, so I'm going to cast a Martyr over Assaulti Emissary. I don't know, like, why? It lets him play Timberwatch Elf next turn. That's not bad. Is Cower in Fear like is it like another Shrivel kind of effect? Does it give -2/-2? There's Elvish Vanguard. We will gut shot Elvish Vanguard, paying life. Oh, I couldn't get the sarcasm. That's my bad. Now we're going to Night's Whisper looking for a swamp. We didn't draw one. So we're going to Night's Whisper. We want to find a swamp here. We do have to keep hitting our lands. Nice. Okay. Let's play swamp, go to combat, and attack. Oh, we do have it. Oh yeah, I guess so. Lead the Stampede doesn't do great against the 1-for-1 plan. And we'll pass. We can play a couple of little weenies here next turn and hopefully turn the tide. Okay, priests, not too bad. 2 priests. I'm sweating a little bit now. That's a lot of mana, but we don't have to kill the things that make mana. That's not what we're up against here. So we'll go to combat, attack with Martyr of Dusk, and we're going to play another Martyr and a Haunted Witness. Or maybe even Sacred Cat, get the lifelink started. So play Sacred Cat, play Martyr, and pass the turn. Carrion Feeder would be great here. Just absolutely phenomenal. See if they've got Elvish Mystic. You got it. Dorks on dorks on dorks. God. Why? Man. Okay. Well, we only really have to answer the Well-Wisher here, which is kind of nice. There's Llanowar Elves. Yep. And Birchlaw Rangers, you got it. And Well-Wisher. And Query Ranger. 1 card in our opponent's hand. But they've got just all the elves on board now. This is another Lead the Stampede. Friggin' don't. Friggin' don't. But it's got a Distant Melody. Oh, man. Well, I guess there was 2 priests on board. Why? You knew they had the melody? Oh, man. Did they ever? Are they going to untap these priests a million times? We're pretty much dead, guys. Woo. All right, we found the busted X1 deck. Fabulous. So they're even like protected against a Wrath now. No bueno. No bueno indeed, double X nasty. No bueno indeed. Well, we should have. That's the lesson we learned here. We should have kept our 7 in game 1. I don't even really know. Like, should we just like, should we just scoop like this? You know, you can't really play a sweeper in this list. Like, even though we are kind of resilient to it. Well, for one, they had Spider Silk Armor anyway, but also, yeah, you guys think it's time? Yeah. The top of our deck isn't doing anything. Neither is this Snuff Out. Yep. Got a couple of lifelinkers left, though, gang. God! Okay. That's good enough. Now this is a hand. It has probably 1 too many lands and 1 too few dorks in it, but this is a good hand. Opponents seem to be content on showing us what the best X1 deck is tonight. You got it, opponent. Yep, Sylvan Ranger. Oh, did they? That's awesome. Well, welcome to the stream. It's a cool archetype. Nah. Just a Nicotine. Just a Nidosin. All right. All right, opponent. The jig is up now. The jig is up. We're gonna play a Martyr of Dusk. We're drawing a few too many lands. 1 too many lands already. Opponent chooses not to trade. This represents 2 damage later, but I think we're going to want to attack with a 2/2 Carrion Feeder anyway. So we'll go ahead and sack Martyr. Opponent, they're on the best X1 deck. It's just they know. We're playing an X1 deck. They're playing an X1 deck. We're all having a great time. There's Priest of Titania. Okay. A little more anxious about this girl here now. But we're not in Snuff City yet. There's Haunted Witness. It's not a bad draw. All right, so play a land. I guess we could just Harsh Sustenance this. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to Harsh Sustenance this. Gaining a little less life than I'd like to. Go to combat. Attack with Carrion Feeder. No, it's not. It's bad. It's the worst thing. Don't ever use it. All right, opponent, what's coming now? Big stuff. Scary stuff. Another priest. Okay. I understand. A jillion mana. 2 cards in hand. So it's at this point, like if they cast a Lead the Stampede, that's when I'm going to kill this. I guess the damage is already done. They can tap and untap it a bunch of times. I bet they have one in hand, but we'll find out, I guess. Doomed Traveler. Okay, so play a land. Play Doomed Traveler. Play Hunted Witness. Go to combat and swing. Probably with both. All right, so we're going to sack these. Counters on Carrion Feeder. Counters on Carrion Feeder. And is 6 damage now better than 6 damage next turn? Not really. So we'll get in like that. Elven League. World's worse than Bush League. I chose not to kill the Priest of Titania there, hoping that they don't have a Lead the Stampede. But if they have Lead the Stampede, then, you know. Fabulous. Okay, so we're going to kill it now. Like, why? Why do they always have it? This only lets them get 8 more mana or so. Like, what is this universe? Okay. Opponent's going to untap a few times. Yep. I'm probably going to cycle my Ash Barrens in F6. Yes, we did. We left our Pestilence at home. Unfortunately. I guess our opponent knows we have a land in hand now, but I want to get that F6 value. So we'll get a Plains. F6 away. Yeah. Opponent on a casual 9 mana. I'm kind of amazed. Like how good the Elves have been, but it is what it is. It's a good deck. We're not very disruptive. No, that wasn't a super good lead, but all right, so we'll play Scoured Barrens. I guess we have Sen's Enlistment. What's up, Dr. Benzie Gibbs? I need the love right now, man. I need the love. Attacks like this. See what our opponent does. Time to block. Okay. Yep. They'll take 1 down to 10. We should be happy that they don't have Well-Wisher, I guess. Yeah, I'm not going to play land here. We can still Night's Whisper into Harsh Sustenance and Battle Screech, so I'm not super worried about it. Birchlaw Rangers, it's going to help out old Lizalana here. A suddenly distant melody. Imagine. No attacks from our opponent, okay. Sure. Plagued Ruskula, hello. That would have been a pretty good reason to play the Scour Barrens. So we're going to do that. The more black mana, the merrier. And I think we are going to attack. If they want to trade our Carrion Feeder off with a couple of Elves, then this Plague Ruskula can get the rest of the work done. Sure. And I'm going to kill this Birchlaw Rangers pretty much right away. I think that's too slow. I could be wrong. Chump blockers for days indeed. But our creatures come with 2 removal spells now that we have Plague Ruskula online. So, yeah, all right, cool. So we're going to Ruskula Birchlaw Rangers. It's their best route to mana production. Hopefully it matters. I guess it allows them to stick an X1 this turn, but with Summoning Sickness, that's not that intimidating, I guess. Sure. Lizalana is a huge problem. They only have 1 card in hand. Opponent gets a forest. And we'll see if they start attacking. No. Okay. Night's Whisper. Let's start with that. Somewhat dangerous to go down our black mana here. Wow, deck. I never knew. All right, so we'll play a black source. Get in with Carrion Feeder. Yep. Chumps. I should be attacking with this. I don't know what I'm doing. That was bad. I just left a point of damage on the table. Quirion Ranger, okay. Yeah, we have this flyer. Like I missed an attack back there. That's just playing bad. And I'm drawing lands like a friggin' boss. No, that was just playing bad. Yep. Opponent takes 1. If I could draw a few less lands, that would be sweet. But my Elves opponent is also flooding out, so we got that going for us. Yeah. I mean, it changes our clock by a turn, so that's trouble. We're going to take this out right away. Pretty much right away. Opponent can attack with everything. All right. So we'll go to blocks. We'll put this in front of Lizalana. And kill Well-Wisher. Yeah. It's our only relevant card. Like, we are in trouble here. We've got to draw more than... Ooh, that's interesting. Okay. So, if we sack this to Ruskulla to kill this, attack for 5. Oh, we've got them at 1. Oh, I'm so mad. Oh, I'm so mad. God. Seriously. Okay, so... 1, 2, 3 puts him down to 6, and then we're attacking for 6, but this can just block here. Punishment. It's how it should be, though. Maybe they'll block the Ruskulla. Then we'll have 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to swing with everything. Yeah, maybe. They're thinking about it. Nah, they're going to block the Carrion Feeder. All right, take 2. Oh. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Harsh Sustenance, you for 3. And sack Ruskulla, hit you for 5? Or hit you for 6? We got him, gang. Woof. Okay. So, gut shots come in. And... a little too close for comfort. I like Snuff Out a lot more in this matchup than I thought I would. So I'm going to take out a Journey. I'm going to take out Sen's Enlistment. Take out Bloodthrone Vampire. We got him. I like it when I don't get punished that badly. This is where it gets hard. Like, Harsh Sustenance felt really good there. But I don't know that it always is. I guess I can go down a couple of Sacred Cats for where the Standard Bearers came in. We took out Journey. We're taking out a lot of creatures, right? So we took out Journey. I wonder if that means Gutshot's not even worth it. Probably is. Okay, I'm gonna go down 2 cats. Spin it like this. Got him. We got a Ruskulla, we got a Gutshot, we've got a Snuff Out. We've got some cards to sack to the Ruskulla. Night's Whisper to help us get there. I think I might keep this. Rusalka? Oh, no. I just had to see it in different contexts. What do you guys think about this one? A little touch and go, huh? Winning the first game is good. It is a great sign. So, black mana, we've got Rusalka. Now I have to, like, retrain myself. We have to hit our second land drop to cast anything else. So if we keep this hand, we're thinking about these 3 cards. But I like having these 2 cards in hand as well. I think if we do nothing for 3 turns, we'll just lose, though. I think I am going to keep. We're on the draw. We've got stuff to do. And we're killing that friggin' Mystic this time. As soon as it hits the board. 1 land and we're off to the races. That's right. All right, you can have your Mystic. Okay. So Gutshot this. 3 cards in our opponent's hand. And now we're going to play a Rusalka. Pass the turn. Spider Silk Armor. Here it comes. Opponent's going to go find a land. Now we're just going to start machine gunning down Elves. And just in time. That's right. There's Priest. We're going to kill that. And I would attack here if I were them. Yeah. Decent attack. Land. Doom Traveler. That's pretty alright. So I think I'm going to lead on Doom Traveler. It leaves a body behind to be not summoning sick. So we'll kill this, sacking Doom Traveler. Get a token. And pass the turn. Let the Rusalka-ing begin. There's Quirion Ranger. There you go. Come on. F. Well, at least they don't have the Priest on board. They're only drawing 4. We're going to kill this next turn, pretty much no matter what. Not too bad. So we'll see what our opponent's doing with this. Sure. And yup. So now they can play a 2-drop. They choose not to. Okay, I think I might kill this over Quirion Ranger is still just better. Gonna get in. I think we have to win the game with this token, so I'm gonna leave it behind. All right, our turn. Night's Whisper. I think Night's Whisper is like a little risky, even. How many turns do we want to let this Quirion Ranger survive for? I think I will. I think once we start playing a couple more lands, there we go. That was the best land. All right, so let's go to combat, attack with the Spirit. We don't have to choose what our target is just yet. And we'll pass. We're going to get a second to decide. And next turn is going to be pretty good for us. Vanguard. Okay. Opponent goes to combat. Sure. Swings with everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So before blocks, I think we're going to go ahead and kill this Quirion Ranger. Sacking our Spirit. Let's see if our opponent has a response. I wonder if they have a way to make their creatures, like, regenerate or something. I've seen that before. Vanguard ticks up. We're going to snuff that out right away. Although it is risky. Hopefully this dies. Okay. We draw. Plains. All right, we're good on lands now. So we're going to kill a couple of Elves. So Sultai Emissary. Sultai Emissary is a lot better here. Yeah, Rap and Vigor. That's the one. So I'm going to play Sacred Cat. We will kill off Quirion Ranger, sacking Sacred Cat. Embalm Sacred Cat. And pass the turn. Taking a lot of damage here. 2 cards in our opponent's hand. 1 card in our opponent's hand. Sure. No cards in our opponent's hand any longer. All right, so we'll go to blocks. We'll block like this. And kill Birchler Ranger, second cat. Take 3 down to 4. This is way too close. Battle Screech. Oh, that is so sweet. That is so sweet. But we can only... we're out of white creatures. So I think it's actually just Sultai Emissary. Sultai Emissary. And sack one of the emissaries to kill Priest of Titania. We're at 4. We're at 4. Come on, stability. Our opponent has a Quirion Ranger. Okay. Their attacks are starting to get pretty bad. Although our attacks are arguably worse. Yeah, opponent's going to get in. Okay, so we're going to block, take 2. Down to 2. We can no longer Night's Whisper. Sacred Cat. Yes. Oh, I've never been so happy. All right, so let's cast Sacred Cat. We're going to hang on. I think we should just wrath their board. Oh, man. So I kind of want to Battle Screech, flashback Battle Screech here. I think that's what I'm going to do. This is our chance. So Battle Screech. Flashback Battle Screech. And I think we can risk an attack with the 2/2. No. I really don't like where we are here. Our opponent can give their creatures +1/+1. I think we hold off for a sec. There's Timber Watch. Okay, that's not a big deal. We can kill that next turn. No attacks from our opponent. All right, let's go. Oh, it doesn't even matter now. Well, I think we're still going to kill it. No, let's just kill other elves. So, kill this. Sacking the cat. Replay the cat. Kill this. Sacking the cat. And play Standard Bearer. Go to combat. Swing with the birds. Our opponent takes 4. Pass the turn. And Lizalana. That's not great. I guess the question is whether we sack 3 birds or not. That's a weird attack. If we sack 3 birds to kill Lizalana or not, probably. Apparently our opponent doesn't know what Standard Bearer does. We only have 12 minutes, too. Yep, opponent gonna tank over the Standard Bearer effect. Oh, man. This is too close. This redemption match against Elves is way too close. We've got to kill that Lizalana somehow. It's Standard Bearer's ability. Sure. We should probably Night's Whisper. Yep. What do we drop? Harsh Sustenance. Oh, man. All right, so we would get in. So if our opponent blocks here, we get in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then Harsh Sustenance for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got him. All right. Go to combat. Attack with everything. Switch to OK mode. Opponent takes it. Oh, that's harsh, opponent. That's harsh. Boom. This might be a little bit too slow, but if it's a slow deck, then we'll just kind of like overwhelm them in the first couple of turns with stuff. Start attacking for 4 on turn 3. I actually think I'm going to keep this. All right, okay. This is going to be a tough matchup, admittedly. So we're just going to fearlessly run out our Carrion Feeder and pass the turn. They might just kill this straight away. Oh, because it's Vigilant, right? Vigilance indestructible. They're going to Prophetic Prism. Okay. So now we think about how we can possibly get this out of range of disaster. I think we just play Sultai Emissary. Yeah. Go to combat. Swing with Carrion Feeder. 2 damage now or 2 damage next turn. I'm going to get 2 damage in while they can't prevent it. And we get a 2/2 out of the deal. And a Manifest. It's kind of like drawing a card. I like a Sacred Cat under there. That's pretty cool. Now that I'm paying attention to what my morphs are. I think it works better as a 2/2 right now. But we'll see. Oh, I haven't seen too many of those lists, actually. You should hit me up with one of those in the Discord, Ankylosaur. I think I've seen some people play like 5-color Core Skyfisher kind of decks. I've seen those around. It's almost ironic to run Shield of the Oversoul in a deck that has Quasali Pridemage main deck. I ran into a main deck Quasali Pridemage deck in testing, and that was pretty bumpy, I'll tell you. Opponent's going to cycle Secluded Step, look for removal for Carrion Feeder before we get too bananas about it. And Glinthawk time? I feel a Glinthawk coming on. Yep. You got it. So Boros Garrison probably going to be the land for turn. No, Windscar Crag. Okay. We find an untapped white source. That is pretty sweet. So let's play untapped white source, play Sacred Cat, play Sultai Emissary, go to combat, and swing. And see what our opponent wants to do. They're going to trade with the Morph, which is ideal. So we'll put Glinthawk in front. Yep. And I'm going to go ahead and do this now. We really do not want it in Galvanic Blast range. What do we find? Battle Screech. Bummer. Oh no, they can just send it to the graveyard. That's actually pretty sweet. So if this dies, we might get a Battle Screech out of the deal. I guess we can just sack it. And what did our opponent find? Probably going to Prophetic Prism. Alchemist File. Okay. I could really go for another white creature. Journey? You don't say. Sure. Especially where we have this in hand. I don't mind having to trade this with the... So we'll go get a white source with this. Kind of awkwardly. Embalm Sacred Cat. And play Blood... Yeah, let's play Bloodthorn Vampire. And go to combat and swing. I just want to make sure I can sacrifice this, because we'd much rather have it in the graveyard. And then next turn, if our opponent can deal with our board, we can Battle Screech, which is kind of sweet, from our graveyard. You can Embalm the Sacred Cat and Flashback Battle Screech. There's Alchemist Vial, drawn cards, yep. And what you gonna do? They're at 13 with 5 cards in hand. That's not a great place. All right, just another cantrip. Still. There's your shield deck. Nice, nice, nice. I don't think it's time to start snuffing out Thraben Inspectors. Hunted Witness. That's sweet. All right, let's play Hunted Witness. Go get a second black source. Well, we don't have to do all this. So go to combat. Attack, attack. And I wonder if this is just a free attack with this. Yeah, let's attack with this. That face when you wish Battle Screech was instant speed. Is that so much to ask? So we'll see what our opponent wants to do. I'm going to block Sacred Cat and block Bloodthorn Vampire. All right, so we'll sack Sacred Cat, pump up the Vampire, take out a Thraben Inspector, and deal 2. Go get a black source. Play it, do some thinning in the meantime, cast Sacred Cat out of our graveyard, and pass the turn. Yep, colorless, nameless tutus. It's kind of how I felt in high school some days. Get cast in the 8th grade like a morph, like a manifest. I was manifested into the 8th grade. All right, let's see what this is. Kind of looks like a removal spell. Opponent going to cast Journey. All right, on what? Bloodthorn Vampire? Yeah, I don't think we want to sack the 2/2 yet. So that's cool. We're pretty alright just to continue attacking with it. Skyfisher, sure. Picking up just a bauble, I imagine. We are going to snuff this out. Alright, so snuff out. I guess we could wait until next turn and just pay for it so we're not paying the life. That might actually matter. Alright, we can do it on our turn anyway. Reasons to pay the life. Alright, let's Night's Whisper. We might hit a land. And if we're going to cast Snuff Out for its mana cost anyway. Alright, so play the land and snuff out Core Skyfisher. Attack with Battle Screech. Attack with a 2/2 Battle Screech. Opponent's going to kill it. Alright. So now we have Battle Screech in the bin, but unfortunately are down our 3rd white creature. Womp womp. Nasty, our opponent says. I agree. There's Thraby Baby. And Palace Sentinels. Nasty is right. Now, is there any way we can manufacture becoming the Monarch here? We'll play Doom Traveler. Flashback Battle Screech. And I don't think we're going to play out Rusalka. I think I'm going to wait until next turn to play out Rusalka, because our opponent has Electrickery in their deck, and they might find it. And we're going to want Rusalka to try to rebuild somehow. We would love to draw some extra cards, that's for sure. Opponent's going to draw a card. We'll be taking some damage here, too. But we'd like to start the Monarch race if we can. Our opponent's going to be drawing into more removal spells. They haven't cast a ton this game. It's been mostly just like baubles and stuff. But Jukabog. I'm glad they just found that now. Man, this deck is hateful. Launch a contest on Discord for who explains it better. Skip Fate Reforged. I've never actually played with Morph. Okay, so... Alright, so while we're on the topic, there's this card. There's this card that says... Me and Terry have talked about this before. There's this card that says... reduce the mana cost. You can reduce the mana cost of, like, blah, blah, blah. Cards that cost 6 converted mana cost or more by 2 generic mana. So if you're going to morph a card with generic mana cost 6 or more, do you just get to play it face up? Ooh, Journey. Are you guys ready to attempt to become the Monarch? It's Journey Palace Sentinels. Go to combat and swing. And we'll play a blocker that can trade with Thraben Inspector, but I think our opponent must have some shenanigans here. Maybe they have like 3 removal spells. Bolts a Bird, yep. And gonna block a couple X1s. Bolts a Bird, okay. Do they just have 3 removal spells in hand? What is this? Oh my god, they don't. What? Wow, okay. Well, I guess our opponent's on all removal spells, and we're gonna get a flyer back for next turn. Sure. Oh, brutal, okay. But they are empty-handed. I guess they have 3 clues to crack. It's not necessarily all the way empty-handed. Play Martyr of Dusk, pass the turn. Start cracking. Start crack-a-lacking. More removal magic. They're going to take the flyer. They're going to take Martyr, okay. And pass. I think they're going to remove our spirit. Yep. We find a land. Well, we finally found a way to lose the Monarch race. Unfortunately. So we'll pass here. Wow, that was like, look how many removal spells they've drawn in a row. That was insane. Yeah. So they'll never have an empty hand. We got to try to grind our way back here somehow, and Boros Monarch is pretty good at grinding. They're going to draw like 3 cards this turn. There's Battle Screech. And they're going to flash back Battle Screech. Doom Traveler, that's not too bad. So we'll play Doom Traveler and pass the turn. We might be able to engineer a way to become the Monarch just once here. Somehow. We can kill a few of their birds, but it kind of has to happen right now. They're going to make it so the warrior can't attack. You got it. All right. Pass the turn. Our opponent's going to continue drawing a million cards. They still have it. They got tons of action. Pretty much any core Skyfisher is just like, we're dead meat. All right, so we're going to kill this, sacking this. And kill this, sacking this. Yep. There goes Ruskla. Did a little bit of work, though. 2 cards in our opponent's hand. Core Skyfisher. Yep. And they had 18 points of burn. No, that's true. All right, so we're pretty close to being dead, but I am going to play it out. We'll play a Doom Traveler and pass the turn. I think we played it about as tight as we could there. We probably should have lost. There's another Battle Screech. We will be dead very soon, team. Yeah, they probably do still win. We don't have any way to punish them for playing this many birds. We did have them. We had them. If they didn't have those removal spells, I think we were in an okay position. But like, you can't just ask this deck not to have removal spells. So play Hunted Witness and pass the turn. I don't know how much more information we're really giving them here. They've kind of seen every little bit of our deck at this point. Yep. I guess we could force them to like make some trades, like trade with a bird. I don't really know if that's worth it. It's probably not worth it. Gonna crack a clue. 26 cards in our opponent's library. And are we just dead here? 1, 2, 8 puts us down to, yeah, they probably have like Bolt plus Firebolt flashback. So I think we're probably dead. Puts us to 2. And Lightning Bolt for the win. All right, man. So we want Harsh Sustenance here. We probably don't need... We want to be fast in this matchup. So I actually think we're going to go down... We're going to go down the Harsh Sustenances, bring in Rite of Consumptions, bring in Fragmentizes for a Journey, and 2 Snuff Outs, I think. Well, we probably still want the Snuff Outs. Maybe a couple Rusklas. I want to go down 1 Ruskla. Probably 2 Rusklas. I wouldn't mind having a couple of these in here. Maybe keep 1 of these over a Snuff Out. And that's probably it. I would imagine. Trespasser's Curse? Not bad. It's not bad. 4 Suture Priest, 4 Trespasser's Curse. Get him. That'd be cool if I thought I was going to run into a lot of Monarch, but honestly, I haven't had Monarch on the mind for a while. Like, I haven't played against Monarch in ages. I don't know if people just don't play it as often or something. I love it. I think it's like, it's up there with Mono Blue Delver. Like, it's a really hard deck to beat. Curse is a really sweet card. Oh yeah, and like spell starters and stuff like that, kind of play the grind game against them, and it's fairly cheap for what it does. Really, all told. That's true too. Costs 2 mana though. Maybe I want like 1 more land. I don't know though. I feel like we've been drawing lands at a pretty good rate here. Granted, I did get paid off for a 1-lander, so... Why don't we talk about, so like, you know how established modern decks like ad nauseum, you can just bring in artifact hate and just completely hose their plan? Like, do you think there's a way to just like, could you just do that against Boros Monarch? Just like bring in my Duresses there, like strip all of their prophetic prisms and stuff, and then win that way? This isn't a great hand, but it's kind of fast, so I think I'm okay with this. These trade with Thraben Inspectors and leave tokens behind, so I think I'm actually okay with this. And this will help us do something about Core Skyfisher if these are our attackers, and Night's Whisper will find us more answers. So go like this. Untapped Mountain for our opponent. You got it. Play Martyr of Dusk and pass the turn. Timing a Night's Whisper is weird too. Really weird math. Does our opponent keep a one-lander? Doubt it. More red mana. All right. Gonna cantrip. We can play 2 creatures this turn. That might be better. We missed our land drop. I think it is time to Night's Whisper. Yikes. Mm-hmm. Well, this is kind of bad news, Bears gang. All right, so I guess we keep playing our 2/1s. At the very least, make it difficult for them to block. Yeah, I wouldn't think they'd be blocking. And pass. I was just talking about how we were finding our lands on time. If there's one thing I know, it's good mana base building, I tell you. Looks like our opponent's having a little bit of trouble too, but with Alchemist File and Glinthawk, that mix gets a lot better. I feel like we're going to see a Palace Sentinels come down. They're probably not going to block here. They'll play Palace Sentinels next turn, and then things are going to get real sketchy for us. So let's go to combat, attack. No blocks. And I think we're going to play another 2/1. Why would I get Plagued Rizalka down here? There really isn't any reason. Play another 2/1, play Doom Traveler, because when it dies, it's evasive, and pass. And Electricity is not a huge blowout. It ain't great, but it doesn't feel good either. They have untapped land in hand, so Palace Sentinels followed by removal spell is still fine for them. I guess they would. If they do that, they'd still be trading Glinthawks for murders. So maybe it's not like all the way bad. There's the Electricity. You got it. A jillion triggers. Make all the boys. Second Electricity? Oh my god! Alright. So our opponent still did just manage to 1, 2, 3, 4 for 1 us. 4 for 2 us. So the 2 for 1s. Alright. Doom Traveler. Sacred Cat. Haunted Witness. Pass the turn. And now we're at 13 too. Like, these Glinthawks did work. Boros Monarch, baby. It ain't easy. I think we almost had him in game 1. I think we were real close. They had like 4 removal spells in a row. That certainly was some trickery. I believe Poet Laureate Little John once said, "Ya, trick, ya." Alright, play Scoured Barrens. Play Martyr of Dusk. Play Rusalka. And just try to find a way. Like, if we draw a sack outlet next turn, maybe we can pump it up and write them to death, but we would have to draw our 1-of Bloodthrone Vampire pretty much straight away. I think I'm going to try to... these might serve just as well as blockers. We're at 10. They're a Lightning Bolt deck. Draws a card with a clue. All right, opponent, what do you got? Terry got the Boros Killer. They sure aren't playing blue. And they're pretty good against blue, too. We can get rid of one of these Glinthawks. I feel like Plagued Rusalka is going to eat dirt here in a second, though. Yep. And sure enough, like mana from the Aether, we go to 6. Swamp. Well, I think we're kind of just dead, guys. Yeah. Pretty much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Not gonna do it. I guess we'll make this attack. And this attack. Let's do this. No, because then if they don't block, we die. Let's do this. Yep. What's up? Thank you very much for the follow, Meatballs 12345. I appreciate it, Meatballs. Welcome to the Jank Bank. How do you feel about Boros Monarch? Long live the king, or off with his head? I don't think they said that to the king very often. I'm not really a huge expert on pretty much anything, but if I was, I don't think there was that one guy. Lafayette did him pretty good. Opponent looking for the burn spells to finish it off. Gonna attack. Well, we're gonna block this time. I'd rather not go to 3. We're gonna make him work for it, but I think it's pretty much over. What would we have to find? We'd have to find, like, I don't know. The one harsh sustenance could be a start. I guess Bloodthrown Vampire off the top is actually still pretty good. Still potentially lethal, but now we're just dead. Let's have a look. Harsh sustenance, huh? An interesting collection of cards we have in hand, but I don't think they're gonna do it. Off with the king's head. Why not? If we ready consumption them for 3, we go to 6. They attack down to 2. We can block all of these. I guess we'll pass. See what happens. Yeah, we could kill a Glintock. We'll wait until the time is right. They're not a counter magic deck. I guess they can just bolt us in response and we die. So there's that. Go all the way to blocks. No blocks. Harsh sustenance, a Glintock. In response, my untimely death. Boom. Well, we almost had him. Oh, we're playing Elves again. Dang it. All right, well, this hand is not good against Elves. This hand's not a lot better, but we've got both colors of mana. Be a little greedy not to keep another land with Sen's Enlistment on board. I know they play Monarch sometimes too. All right, come on, Rusalka off the top. Trying to turn Harsh Sustenance into a decent enough removal spell to get the job done. Opponent is a pretty good Elves player too. There's Well-Wisher, yep. And Birchlow Rangers, and another 1/1. All foiled Elves. Man, they look some wonky, huh? Find Ash Barrens. We're going to play a Swamp, and we're just going to snap this off right now. We're going to Harsh Sustenance the Well-Wisher. Go to combat, attack for 2. Hoping to find our Rusalka. Foiled Elves. That's what I'm going to call it in the... Oh my god. That's what I'm going to call it in on YouTube. Mono-foiled Elves. Quirion Ranger. Yep. So many Elves matchups tonight, guys. They found another Well-Wisher too. That's bad news. Martyr of Dusk. Okay, we'll play the land, go to combat, attack both. And Sen's Enlistment, but we're not going to be able to race this Well-Wisher. So we'll think about scooping here. We'll see what happens. We have thoroughly tested the Elves matchup without Shrivel in the sideboard. It is something. Opponent, bunch of mana. Dece minus. Yep. I got Timberwatch on board yet? No Timberwatch. All right, so let's draw some cards. See if we find anything. We're pretty far from winning. But we'll do our best. We'll see what happens. C. C is for cookie. All right, pass the turn. Yep. Essence Warden. Yeah, we're pretty much dead here. There's Timberwatch, and do they have a Quirion Ranger on board? Not yet, but I think they got us dead next turn, and they're going to gain a Jillian life, so yeah, we should probably call it here. And get on the control plan for game 2. I'll look at the top of my library. I'm not going to show them this. Wildheart Invoker. Oh my goodness. That's nuts. I guess it's just like more Timberwatch Elves. And it's a 4/3. That's pretty cool. Well, we can't do 35 damage here, so we're essentially dead, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15. And they get a creature plus 12, and they get a creature plus 5. Let's move on, shall we? Let's go ahead and let's see what game 2 looks like. All right, so you guys know the plan. Standard Bearers, Gut Shots, Sustenance comes out, Blood Throne comes out, Journey comes out, and I believe we lost a couple of Sacred Cats too. No doubt. I actually haven't seen that in the results. That's pretty cool, though. Guys, this is not how things went in practice, but I did not play Elves on the nut draw 3 times, so I guess that could be it. We have a hand that might lose to Elves. Probably loses to Elves. We got a Rusalka. Let's do it. Doom Traveler. Perfect. Land. Rusalka. Pass turn. Opponent goes land. And Fyndhorn Elves. Yep. Passes. We'll go land. Doom Traveler. Pass. Probably going to kill something here. What could they have for 2? I'm not afraid of 2 mana. Spider Silk Armor. Pretty good. It's pretty nice. Their sideboard tech versus our sideboard tech. Combat. Attack for 2. What's up, Meatballs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? No way. Well, here I am, man. What's up? How you doing tonight? Welcome. Welcome to the Janku Banku. We're janking it out. We're trying to. Our opponent on the Mono Spider Silk Armor plan is pretty good against us, all told. All right, so pass through. Find Sultai Emissary. All right, so go to combat. Attack, attack, attack. What do you think, opponent? No blocks. You got it. So play Sultai Emissary. Pass the turn. Opponent at 15. We can drain him for 5. Birchlow Rangers. See how explosive they get here. Probably pretty explosive. It's going to be a big old beefy Vanguard, I tell you. They just pass. Okay. So we're going to 1, 2, 3. We're going to kill Vanguard. Go to combat. Attack. And attack. We're going to block because Spider Silk Armor. Take 1. Pass turn. Woof. Maybe we should have brought in Fragmentize. That next level Fragmentize tech. Draw Swamp. Doesn't do much. I guess I'll just kill this. So I think we're going to do that. So we'll kill Priest, sacking Emissary. Kill like this. I think we've got the mana for Cat here, so let's do that. Get Cat back. Pass the turn. Couple of Birchlaw Rangers isn't that scary, but we're a long ways off here, gang. What do you got? 3 mana, lead the Stampede. Perilous Mirror is pretty cool. They found a Well-Wisher too. That's not good. So go to combat. We'll attack. And I think it's time to Sen's Enlistment this turn. Now that we have time. Commits 2 bodies to the board right away. And then next turn we can take out whatever we think is most dangerous out of our opponent. 8 cards in hand. 3 mana to work with right now. Sure. All their creatures are pretty decently sized. It's kind of unfortunate. It makes it really hard to attack into them. We're going to have to find another Rite of Consumption, or another, we only have 1 Harsh Sustenance, so it's kind of like Carrion Feeder or bust here. Because of Spider Silk Armor. Or just more black mana would be fine. Although it's kind of hard to grind them out when they're doing it this way. Just keep killing elves that matter, I guess. Priest, yep. Gonna go risky. Gonna give us a chance. Gonna go risky. Gonna give us a chance. You got it. What do we draw? Martyr. Doesn't do anything. All right. So attack with everything. No blocks. Block Sacred Cat. Okay. So we will target this, sacking this. Target this, sacking this. Get in for 3. And play Martyr Dusk. Pass. I guess mana kind of like isn't their issue anymore, but it was the most useful thing on board, and I don't think we get anywhere not killing anything. Maybe Harsh Sustenance was the way to go. Maybe going up Gut Shots was just like a bad idea. They saw it coming. Yep. Opponent. Doesn't do anything. Ooh. We have to kill that Well-Wisher this turn, so I think this is how we're going to do it. We're going to attack with... Yeah, and if they block these, we're just going to sacrifice them anyway. So they'll probably just like block. Attack like this. Don't see much of a reason not to. Okay. Sure. Yep. So we're going to get our 2/2 off the battlefield. We will kill Well-Wisher. Sacking our tokens. And get in for 2. Play Doom Traveler. Pass the turn. I'm sure they've crawled back from 3 life before. Carrion Feeder should help here. Another Spider Silk Armor is problematic, for sure. We draw Ash Barrens. That's kind of sketchy. Well, play Carrion Feeder. And pass, I think. If we attack with this, I guess they give us the option of just like sacking this to kill an elf, which might not actually be that bad. So I think I'm going to do that. Else they go to 1. Blocks. Okay. All right. Let's start growing the carrion feeder. That's how we're going to win the game. So I thought about killing an elf, but ain't going to win like that. All right, pass turn. We will be cycling this away for Sen's Enlistment. Man, that's too many Lead the Stampedes. They found another Well-Wisher. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Yep. A Well-Wisher we can't kill. So we're going to have to play this Black Source. That really sucks. All right. Get a Black Source. Pass the turn. Land's not too bad, but we have to kill this Well-Wisher. So play a land. Go to combat. Swing with Carrion Feeder. Is there any point in swinging with anything else? I guess we're going to sack them anyway. I don't know what they'd be afraid of in our hand. There's no point not attacking with them. Maybe not. Okay, swing with Carrion Feeder. They have to block it. They will block it. All right, so we'll go ahead and sacrifice Doom Traveler. Pump Carrion Feeder. Kill the elf. And use a lot of resources to kill this Well-Wisher. Resources, I guess we can kind of get back with Sen's Enlistment, but if they untap with Quirion Ranger, Well-Wisher, we're in too much trouble to win. A lot of cards in hand, good amount of mana. There's Lazalana. This is nuts. We're fighting the good fight, though. I guess against the best. Oh wait, no. I bet C is for Cookie and the Maverick Girl have boxed a few times. Boxed. Now they have infinite chump blockers, which kind of sucks. We can't kill Lazalana, so that's just completely out of the question. So let's flashback Sen's Enlistment. Discard a land. So they pretty much just get to block with 5 elves here, and like it doesn't even matter. So we'll pass. Man, two Spider Silk Armors. The early one was nuts. That like turn 3 Spider Silk Armor. No way. No way. All right. Cool. And our only Harsh Sustenance is in the bin. I know, man. 3rd time playing Elves. Crazy. They are real ugly, man. Real ugly. And yeah, they got us. Maybe they decked themselves. Nah. I think we pretty much got to give it to them now. Another Lazalana. I don't think so. They don't know what we could have. We could have had like a Harsh Sustenance or something like that. Yeah. Man. I think the early Spider Silk and the early Lead the Stampede in the last game is what did us in. But yeah, 3 Elves matchups in one night. That's pretty rough. And they've been drawn pretty well. Yeah, we learned about that, eh? Can't disrupt them enough. You definitely can't, like, how many, they resolved 2 Lead the Stampedes in a Distant Melody, so I guess 1 for wanting them just isn't going to do it. You got to go around them. Which is fair. We had the Rosalka and they had the Spider Silk the next turn. I think I'm going to scoop here. There's no way we can come back. That's the Timberwatch. GG's. Elves. All right, guys. All right, match 5. Let's at least get a 2-3. Get half our money back. The Snuff Out doesn't do anything for now. Harsh Sustenance with 1 creature. I don't think it's bad enough to ship, especially where we have Night's Whisper to smooth things out, but it's not a great hand. I think so. You only get the GLHFs from Tron opponents. Good old precautionary turn off auto yields. You know I'm nervous when I'm turning off auto yields before turn 0. And Faithless Looting. Okay. What's this? That's cool. You got it. Could just be Boros tokens. We're going to get a little bit of information here. Come on, be a deck that just like completely folds to everything. It does smell like Boros. There's a Boros garrison to confirm our suspicions. So we're going to be on plan here. We're going to play a Martyr of Dusk. Wow, 3 Elves, 2 Boros. That's nuts. Just variance, I guess. I haven't run into either of these decks in a long time either, which is crazy. And we also have a last match against Boros one. All right, so we'll play our Swamp and Night's Whisper. Go to combat, attack with Martyr of Dusk. Plagued Rizalka actually was pretty good in the Boros match. But I think we just have to get as many creatures on board as possible and try to win with Harsh Sustenance. I think that's how we're going to do it. So our opponent trades. They don't really know what we're doing over here. You'd be really happy with those league hits. Yeah. I'd be really into hitting like no land or 1 land spy. You know, some cycling songs of the damned combo. Scattered. Scattered Simic Evolve, you know. Infect. I didn't even take Infect, you know. I'm not above it. Opponent's gonna Skyfisher. Just vanilla Skyfisher. All right. You got it. Picks up the clue. Okay. Well, we will snuff you out. 5 times. Well, yeah, like what? You know. Back to our turn. We're drawing too many lands. We'll go to combat. We'll attack. And then it's going to be Haunted Witness, Plague Rizalka. Keep building up towards his Harsh Sustenance and hope our opponent doesn't find their Wrath effect. So Haunted Witness and Plague Rizalka. Go ahead, opponent. I might kill, if they play a Thraben Inspector, I might kill it with the Rizalka. We can Harsh Sustenance another flyer. Oh, I'm going to kill the Rizalka outright. Yeah, okay, sure. I don't know, Fluff. I've never played against it. No, I did once, like real early on. Real early on. All right, our opponent is 1 for 1-ing us, but that's the best way. That's the best way I'd like to see it. I think this vampire token's probably eating the dust. No, Doom Traveler. Okay, you got it. And now we can't kill a Core Skyfisher. So there's that. Night's Whisper. That's a good draw. It's Night's Whisper. Our life total is a little bit low for the Boros Monarch matchup, though. Play Scoured Barrens. Go to combat. Attack. It seems loose. I don't know what they could be leaving up here. I've never seen a Vine Storm in the league. Certainly a pile of 60 Magic cards of the common variety. Man, there was that Rags to Riches tournament I watched this summer. I think the Maverick Girl, I think we were both watching it. We were like talking live. And they were, there was like Wonder Walls everywhere. That's what they were calling it. The Walls deck. It's pretty sweet, man. Oh, Rizalka would have been sweet here. All right. Our turn. At least Harsh Sustenance on this bad boy isn't a blowout. So let's play Doom Traveler. Go to combat. Trying to figure out whether I even want to Harsh Sustenance here. It might be a way for us to win. And it would be better served killing a Core Skyfisher, so I'm actually going to just do it like this. We'll let them eat precisely 1 creature. That's it, though. You get to eat 1. You have 1 food. Okay. Ooh. It's such a romantic idea, isn't it? You know, a Pauper combo deck. I feel like this deck needs more anthems. I don't know that Harsh Sustenance really does the trick. It's hard to say. We could really use one of our token producers, like one of our big ones, Sen's Enlistment, Battle Screech, something like that. They might be leaving up Electrickery here. Opponent passes. So I think it actually might be time to Harsh Sustenance this. No. Let's draw first. All right. So go to combat. We'll swing. How did he do? Did they do well with it? All right. So you're going to take 3 here. Cool. Down to 11. Possibly. Unless they have more removal spells coming. Yep. We get a token. They take 2. The thing about our creatures is they're 2 creatures. So we'll play Martyr of Dusk past the turn. Still not playing a land because we run Sen's Enlistment. I might run out the second land that we find. Oh, it's RP Quiros. What's up, man? What's up? How you been? Oh, it's been a minute, dude. It has been a minute. What's your life like? MTG, that might be the one. Ooh, sure. That seems good for me. Let's go ahead and Harsh Sustenance this big boy. They draw. We draw. Nice. Okay. Play Carrion Feeder. Go to combat. Swing with everything. Become the Monarch. Yeah, me too. It's been fun, man. We had some good times together, dude. I'm telling you. It's been extra special. It's been extra special some days for me. You know, you and I hanging. Pass the turn. We're the Monarch now. Oh, Emissary. That could have been better. Opponent plays a land. And potentially becomes the Monarch again. Probably becomes the Monarch again. I don't want to be like dead to Prismatic Strands somehow. There's another Sentinels. Okay. So they're the Monarch again. You got it. Opponent. No attacks. So we're going to sacrifice Doom Traveler just to make sure we get that back. But there's very little chance we'll actually not be attacking with Carrion Feeder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm actually going to sack Martyr of Dusk here. So that not only are they chumping Carrion Feeder, they have to block it. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you. Ooh, okay. So play a land. We can't flashback Battle Screech here. Let's do all this pre-com. Let's make them scared of this Carrion Feeder. Go to combat and attack, 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 attack. Yep. Gonna block like that. And like that. Okay. Well, that makes our decision a little bit easier. So we'll sack the soldier for now. Deal 2 to our opponent. I don't think I'm gonna sack Sultai Emissary. They might like point a Galvanic Blast at us or something, or at the Carrion Feeder. We become the Monarch. Our opponent only has 1 creature left. We will make some flyers so that we're pretty assured to have the Monarch again next turn. Pass the turn. Doom Traveler. Ooh, yeah. Empty into Bushwhacker. We got him, guys. Woo. I needed that. My ego needed that bad. All right, now let's win the match. So I think this deck needs more Harsh Sustenance, just full stop. And we'll bring in some Fragmentizes as well. So let's go down the journey. And so we brought in Harsh Sustenance, 3 Fragmentize, so we should really be conscious of that. So we'll go down Blood Throne Vampire because it's got a lot of non-bonus with Harsh Sustenance. This doesn't kill creatures, so I'm a little remiss to take out Snuff Out. We don't really, I guess Ruscula doesn't do a whole lot. So we'll go down 1 Ruscula, Rizulka. I told you, we gas. Fluff had that luck coming through, man. And maybe we'll take out a Snuff Out for the other Harsh Sustenance that we brought in. It's a little sketchy losing 4 life against these guys. Let's try it like that. See what happens. Let's just like Stone Rain them a bunch of times in the early game and move on with our lives. This hand's bad. It's a bad hand. It's not bad enough. We will bottom Swamp. We've only got 1 Snuff Out left in our deck. I'm sorry, RP Queeros. It's okay, man. It's okay. I appreciate your company all the same. All right, we're going to aggro them out with some Martyrs. Here it comes. Oh, does opponent not have another land drop? There's no way. There's no way they missed their second land drop. Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, so we'll play a land, play a Martyr. Pass turn. And next turn might be Night's Whisper Rizalka. I feel like it means a lot. Like, you know, it does. It means a lot that you stuck around. Like, you came through for the Sims stuff. We're not Simsing anymore, and you're still here. That's awesome. Appreciate it, man. Alchemist. Oh, Sens Enlistment. That is wicked. It's a good card. It's a good card, ladies and gentlemen. Enlist some Sens. So we'll Martyr Dusk, pass turn. Lots of black sources for our Plagued Rizalka, too. Yeah, like we don't have like Flusterstorm or anything like that in the experiments. Rizalka? What is that L? Opponent's gonna Glinthawk, okay. Pick up Alchemist File, so they're gonna keep cantripping. They're only at 19, so they don't have a lot to be worried about here. Find Haunted Witness. So this is going to be a weird turn, but I think we're just going to Rizalka, Haunted Witness, and let's get the value out of it right now. So target this, sack Witness, get a token, sack the token, kill Glinthawk, go to combat, get in for 4. Oh, what's Ruru doing? Man. Oh, I can't click that. I'm so nervous. I drop frames every now and then. Like, I think I might finally have it under control, but I'm nervous to click on it. You should share that in the Discord. TMG. 9 cards in our opponent's hand. They must be missing land drops. Well, that's good that we're on the heavy beatdown plan. Hunt versus Haunt. Oh, it's a comic? Mikey Ruru does comics? Dude. Man, I really like that guy. This I don't know how Canadians can get by without a good L with a dash through it. It's more or less the only important letter in the alphabet. All right, opponent. Core Skyfisher. Okay. That's a problem. It's not a huge problem, but it's a problem. And Boros Garrison. Gotcha. Ooh, that's a good draw. So, oh man, we could just 3 them, but I think we got to use it like this. So we'll kill Core Skyfisher, go to combat, and attack for 5. Opponent's down to 10. Goes directly to combat. Oh, okay. Ruru, man. What a guy. What are we going to find? Maybe I should have Night's Whispered a little while ago. I can't really tell. Opponent's going to Electrickery. You got it. So we get some tokens. I feel like they've been hanging on to that. We are attacking for a lot less now. Gotta hope they don't have too many more of those. Oh yeah, boy. Oh yeah. It's match 5, game 2. We're up a game here. We are up a game. Although, just hanging on in this game. Oh, we have such like a short window to do stuff here. Okay, so get in with the vampires, gain some more life. And if we can keep flashing back Sens Enlistments and eventually get off this Harsh Sustenance, we might just be able to win. I would be totally happy going like 2-3. Just absolutely fine with that. And I mean, we're close here. Like with them, if they do nothing and we find a creature, we could close it out. But I imagine they'll just do nothing. All right, so they're gonna pick up Vial. Pick up a land, okay. Oh, they're gonna bog us and get rid of the enlistment. Okay, you got it. Oh, I'm getting nervous. I was rubbing my leg like crazy. 2 mana for Seeker of the Way. All right, well, we do have to kill that. Unfortunately, that card's real bad for us. Man. This is going to be a big old Harsh Sustenance. I wonder if they'll block. Maybe they won't block. What if they don't? They take 2, go to 7. No, it's not good enough. If we don't kill Seeker, we'll lose. But I am going to attack with everything. And we'll see what they do. They're going to block with Seeker, block with Skyfisher. All right, you got it. So no Prismatic Strands in the bin. Let's just make this as big as we can. We will Harsh Sustenance, Seeker of the Way, get in for 2, lose a creature in the process. Probably trying to figure out, does one removal spell do this? I don't think one removal spell does it. They're going to Bolt Doom Traveler. That's a weird bolt target. I wonder if they have Gut Shot. And we go up to 32. Seeker dies. They take 2. We have 1 more Harsh Sustenance in our deck. It's not too bad. The last Boros Monarch match wasn't this close. Let me tell you. 4 mana, Swirling Sandstorm. All right, sure. And 1 mana, we're going to see some Thraben Inspector action. All right, our opponent has a board. They are at 7, but they have a board. Martyr of Dusk is a good start. So let's Night's Whisper. Find a Rusalka. No artifact lands. I'm just going to play the 2-1 here. And we'll pass the turn. They don't have any way to pressure us, so like... Yeah, it really is, though. Things are going to get messy. There's Alchemist's Vial, so I might just Fragmentize that. I could see that being a good target. They might just grab it up right now, though. It looks like the only thing that they're bouncing up and down here off the battlefield. Just got to sneak through 7 damage, gang. It's nothing. It's pretty much nothing. Well, that's a weird attack, opponent. I must say. It's a very strange attack. What do they got? Another Skyfisher. Okay. These guys are trouble. Very much trouble. Yep. Well, this is problematic. They're drawing a lot of cards. It seems a lot less weird now, yeah. What do we draw? Night's Whisper. Again, a decent start. Scoured Barrens plus Hunted Witness. Not too bad. So I'll play out Hunted Witness. I don't think it's time to play out Rusalka until we can actually kill a creature with it. So we're just going to pass here. Feels bad, but we're going to pass. We have 1 Harsh Sustenance left in our deck. We have some Battle Screeches that might help. They might be just turning the corner here, though. It was close. All right, what do you got? Just getting in with the 2/2s. Okay. Sure. Gonna leave the 2/3s home. Thraben Inspector. Mm-hmm. What do we find now? Martyr of Dusk. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and blow this up. We don't want to see any more of that. Opponent just going to sack, maybe? Nope. Play Martyr of Dusk. And pass. I think next turn is when we're going to attack with our Martyrs, and then if they block with Skyfishers, then we can kind of blow them out a little bit with Rusalka. They could just play another Seeker of the Way and be totally fine. Journey, okay. On Qua, Murder. Not terrific. Not terrific. Carrion Feeder would be great here. Just like a way for us to continue trying to win the game. All right, so we have to kill these Glinthawks. I think that's kind of become the moral of the story here. I think that's going to have to happen. All right, so play Rusalka. Or should attack with Martyr. We have a Fragmentize for this too, which is kind of nice. See what our opponent does here. Gonna Galv Blast. Okay, sure. So play land, play Rusalka. And we'll pass. Gotta kill these Glinthawks. That was a little weird, I'll admit. Because we're still trading a lot of resources for their stuff. Let's target this, sack Hunted Witness. I'm assuming they're on like mono gas over there too. Sack the soldier. It's pretty good Wrath though. Kill this, sack the vampire. And kill this by sacking the spirit. So that was tough. Tough way to go. Tough Wrath. But we had to get rid of that clock or we were just going to die. Yep, opponent swings with everything. What do we draw? Ugh. All right, so we're going to scoop. We're dead. And we'll try to win in game 3, I guess. I think the sideboarding was pretty solid. We do need this, though. And I don't think Bloodthorn Vampire would be that bad either. So I think I'm going to take out a cat for... Oh, it's hard to go down that many creatures. We can't just removal them out of the game. So we're going to go like this. See if that helps. Oh, I could have sacked Rusalka. No, that's true. We have Bloodthorn Vampire. That's a pretty quick clock. So we'll go turn 1, Doom Traveler, turn 2, Bloodthorn Vampire. These guys might help eventually. I'm going to keep this. Although it's tough. Yeah, no, I did. Yeah, still, no, it's relevant. Gotta learn, man. Gotta learn. Absolutely. Opponent, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Ah, dang. Opponent found what they were looking for. All right, Doom Traveler. Pass turn. And tap land, short. 4. There's Sacred Cat. Okay, so play a swamp, go to combat, attack with Doom Traveler. I'm going to play out Sacred Cat Rusalka here. Because next turn we can play Bloodthorn Vampire and we can sack a couple of our 2-for-1 creatures to potentially save it from a Galvanic Blast. And also it lets us swing for 3 next turn anyway. Thraben Inspector, sure. So let's... That's a little awkward. Like, very awkward. We're going to get this Thraben Inspector off the table. We have another Rusalka too, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, this is weird. Okay. Attacks like this. See how they block. No blocks. Okay. That's ideal, actually. Play Martyr of Dusk, pass turn. I feel an Electrickery coming along. Three Raven Inspector. Yep. It's another pretty decent reason to not keep Blood Throne around. They're just going to pass. Okay. Doomed Traveler. Stuck on one black mana here is pretty tough. We're going to go to combat, and we'll attack with everything. Yeah, Hades is cool with it. Hades is cool with the six. Hades, Shades is down with that. It's weird. I always call you Shades. Maybe I have some like weird aversion I don't know about to saying Hades. Who knows? This is interesting. But I think the idea is we're going to use Ruscula, targeting Thraben Inspector, sacking Sacred Cat. And then we can get Sacred Cat back anyway. So it's not a huge loss. And our opponent will lose 2 of their blockers, hopefully. All right, sweet. And we'll play, did you see that? Try to pass a turn. We'll play Doom Traveler. It's tough, man. It's tough. I don't even understand it all the time. So I get it. Going to either Electrickery or draw a card. Draw a card. All right. Conservative. I like it. Land. And what do we have here? It's tough, man. It's tough matchup. We ran into a lot of hard matchups tonight, apparently. There's Journey. Okay. So they're going to get the Rusalka here. Doom Traveler. Okay. They don't like our flyers. It's kind of an intimidating game. And, like, honestly, I'm still trying to get my head around it, so I can absolutely understand your hesitation. Night's Whisper is a good draw. So let's Night's Whisper first and see what happens. Land. Come on, land. Land. We've drawn so many cards. We deserve a third land drop. Somewhere this Battle Screech might happen. All right, our opponent Electrickeries. You got it. We get a token. Pass. We're probably dead. A little bit of mana screw here, but it happens. Yeah, like it is really cool to learn how to play. Like it's one of the best games ever made, I think anyway. I would say. Really brutal that we didn't find a land there. So it's probably, it's such a bad land. Let's get a white source. I think our only way out here is to like Battle Screech into either Sustenance or Sustenance somehow. Like get a couple Battle Screeches going. But the noose is tightening here. Opponent's got about 2 extra card draws away from putting us in a lot of trouble. That's kind of nice. Unfortunately, we don't have a way to punish them for it. So let's play a land and Battle Screech. Hopefully they don't find another Electrickery in the meantime. Flashback Battle Screech. And pass turn. Lots of flyers. Was one of the cards you found Electrickery, opponent? Skyfisher, okay. Bobby. Oh, baby Bobby. God bless him. Sandstorm does nothing against these guys either. We have 5 flying attackers to potentially steal their valuable monarchy. No attacks. Okay, that's good news for us. So let's go to combat, and we're going to swing with everything. It's risky, but it's what we're going to do. And then we're just going to keep shrieking. I mean, best case, they just like take 5. Sure. So we become the Monarch. We're pretty much giving it back to them this turn. Oh, they're going to bolt a bird. Okay. Like in that other match, right? That was pretty nuts. So now we're the Monarch. We don't have any way to punish them, though, to stop them from getting it back. And we'll Battle Screech again. Trying to pray that Electricity away, man, I tell you. Oh, yeah, Baby Bobby, man, I do. My boys. We need a Harsh Sustenance so bad. Opponent gonna Galv Blast. That's aggressive. They might have a flyer in hand to just, like, stop us from getting the Monarch back. Don't get me wrong. We're gonna have to get pretty dang lucky to get ourselves out of this one. And what'd you find? They're gonna loot. But I'm happy like two bolts and a bolt of blast and an Electricity I've already seen play. That's reassuring, at least. Battle Screech is a heck of a card. Can attack with precisely 1 flyer. I'm gonna attack with everything. Okay. No blocks. Opponent not playing scared in the least. Bunch of Monarch triggers. 3 cards in hand. So I'm kind of feeling a little strandsy here. A little stransient. Sustenance, eh? That's cool. All right, well, we're going to swing. We have to become the Monarch. Any blocks? Are they going to strands? There's prismatic strands. You got it. Okay, so we will Martyr of Dusk. Get back our Sacred Cat and that might have been really bad. They might just have enough burn spells to kill us. Oh, I didn't think of that. I'll probably be blocking their ground creatures suboptimally here. And they get to continue being the Monarch, but we're pretty close. We're pretty close. See what attacks look like. They attack with everything. Okay, so 3 Galvanic Blasts is 12. If they have 3 Galvanic Blasts, whatever, they have 3 Galvanic Blasts. If we block here, we go up to 11. We take 2 down to 9. So they would have to have a bunch of burn to kill us. And then we can attack back with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then hit them with a Harsh Sustenance for 5. So they wouldn't be dead on the crackback. Wish I had Bloodthirst Vampire on the battlefield. But we are going to block like that. And hope to set up a decent plus Harsh Sustenance next turn. They could just have a white creature to flashback Battle Screech, or flashback Prismatic Strands, and really they're not in very much trouble if that's the case. Yep, sure was Double X Nasty. It's going to be a hit on YouTube, I'm telling you. So we'll get a token. Kind of need a black source real bad. Hurting for a black source, I tell you. Opponent's going to draw a card. So I think this turn is just going to be... They're going to bolt Rasalka. Okay. We're at 7. And draw another card. So it's just going to be flashback Battle Screech, leave up Harsh Sustenance. Oof. So that's a little touchy, but... So flashback Battle Screech. See what our opponent's going to do. It's really hard to let them go to their turn, because if they can stop one of these Harsh Sustenances, we're pretty much dead. Attack for 1. So let's see what's happening here. Okay. Down to 4. Lightning Bolt? Okay, so they've tapped out of Prismatic Strands mana. I'm going to Harsh Sustenance them now. So they'd have to, and I don't think they can hit 2 more burn spells. We're going to gain a bunch of life. They would have to hit us with a Galvanic Blast right now. They would have to have a Galvanic Blast in hand. Yeah, I don't know. Did give us an out. Oh, they go to 9. We become the Monarch. We go to 7. They have the Strands in the bin though, so it's like it's not really as close as it seems. What? Oh, they don't have enough artifacts. Okay. All right. It's the Bobby is? Oh yeah, no, my name's actually Jeff, yeah. All right, opponent goes to attacks. We've seen 1, 2, 3 lightning bolts, a galvanic blast. We've seen all 4 lightning bolts and 2 blasts. Oh, they did have 3 artifacts? No, they just played this other one. They just played one. They just played the second artifact land. They must have hit it off the top. They have Strands in hand as well. So that's like pretty complicated. Or Strands in the bin. Because of that, part of me kind of wants to double block this. We just, like, we have to block one of these or I think we're just dead to Galvanic Blast. So I'm going to block exactly 1. Okay. 2 cards in our opponent's hand. Precariousness intensifies. They had 3 on my turn? No, they couldn't. There's no way. All right, opponent's going to draw. 2 cards in their hand. Okay, play a land. Like the thing we have to do here is we have to resolve Harsh Sustenance through a Prismatic Strands, which is just like not going to happen. Oh, wow. Well, no, we were just dead then. So becoming the Monarch isn't relevant. If they don't block, they're not dead. How do we get this to resolve through this? Just all weird plays. Well, I guess we attack with a Spirit Token. I might even just kill this with this. I don't know. They let it go. Okay. We become the Monarch. I'm going to try to play Bloodthrone Vampire here to, like, stop this lifelink damage, but we're so close to being dead. It's insane how close we are to being dead. So we'll draw another card. Scoured Barrens, not really doing it today. I think attacking with this is how I can win. But I don't think... like, I think it's pretty far off. Clintock, okay. Man, this Strands in the bin is killing me. Like, literally killing me. Triggers, triggers, triggers. What's going to happen? Oh, this is too tense. Although I don't think it's particularly close. Yep, more flyers, more blockers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're pretty far away from even being able to Harsh Sustenance FT dub. Yep. Its opponent taps all the way out to draw some cards. You got it. See what this attack looks like. Not all the way out. 1 land to fog something. Go to attacks. Here comes Seeker. Here comes Palace Sentinels. Okay. So we'll go to blocks. We'll block like this. Block like this. They're tapped out, though. There's like no way for us to win through this. So we'll go like this. Sack the vampire. Yep. But it is close. Scrutiny the Seeker. Yeah, they have strands in the bin. All right, let's play Sultai Emissary. Play Scoured Barons. Attack with Bloodthorn Vampire. See if our opponent blocks. I imagine they will. I could try to like bait them into Strandsing, but I don't think it's going to happen. Unless they completely overthink this for some reason. All right. So we'll sack Emissary. Make it 2/2. It's a land. And yeah, no way to force through damage. So we got to do this and pass. We're not dead to their... Oh my god, they did it. Okay. Sure. So we'll Harsh Sustenance your face. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. Put them down to 4. Put us back up to 11. Should have played Bazooka Bog in the line. Yeah. All right, pass. This is closer than it should be. When did we become the Monarch? Yep, flashes back looting. Sure. Pumps up Seeker. One more Harsh Sustenance in the list. Opponent pitches a few lands. More lands for our opponent. There's Thraby Baby. More blockers. Like, we're in trouble. Don't get me wrong. We're in a lot of trouble. Just have to stall for 4 more minutes. Just going to attack with Seeker. Okay. So we'll block with... I actually think I'm going to block with this 2/2. It doesn't make any better of a blocker than anything else. We'll sack it. When did that happen? The drawing extra cards part is pretty sweet, I must say. We have another Harsh Sustenance. Opponent bogging. What do we find? A cat. Okay. Let's play Sacred Cat. Can we even Night's Whisper here? I don't think so. Play Carrion Feeder. Play Sultai Emissary. Go to combat. Attack with Bloodthorn Vampire. This late in the game, it does seem pretty sweet, eh? Just another 2-for-1 creature. Opponent not going to block. Going to block like that. Okay. So I think we're going to go sack Sacred Cat, get a 1/1, and sack Sultai Emissary, get rid of Palace Sentinels, get another look at another card. It's Sacred Cat. Okay, that's pretty sweet. So Palace Sentinels down, we get back Sacred Cat, and 1, 2, 3, I can block 3 of their flyers. We take 3 from them. I think I might actually Night's Whisper here. Hunted Witness. That doesn't really do anything. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. If our opponent makes a bad attack, we have an opportunity to live. Oh, the value! We might hit Sustenance. We might hit Sustenance. Lone Missionary? What? Opponent. That's like the least fun thing you've done all game. Swirling Sandstorm, eh? Alright. So, get rid of this. Deals 5. Get rid of this. Are we just dead? And... yeah, I think we're just dead. Frig! F, guys. Yep. If I sack 2 flyers here, I think they 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They get in for 1, 2. And it still just goes up to 5, so doesn't matter. Boosh. What do you think, gang? Do we go to 1? Let's go to 1. I'm tired. It's either they wrath our board or we go to 1. And Galvanic Blast? Another Seeker. Okay. We don't have a lot of live draws here. It's a land. That's it, gang. Hard fought fight.